course, Trevor Sinclair says leaving Ronaldo out was the right decision. He's a big City fan, isn't he?
He is. I must admit, Aid, it was a big shock, that. I must admit. It's like leaving Messi on the bench kind of thing, isn't it? And that sort of stuff. Ronaldo, good start. We know he's fit. Look at the games he's played over the years, for whether it be Real Madrid or whether it be Juventus. This guy just wants to play. He wants to be out on the pitch. He wants to be influencing games, and he wants to put the ball in the back of the net. Let him play.
I was puzzled by the whole thing. So it's a big story when Ronaldo is left out. And by the way, the big story of the weekend is Liverpool 2, Man City 2, and we'll get into that at 5 p.m, peak time, 5 p.m. Let's talk about Man United to start with, though. Ronaldo being left out was a surprise. You're absolutely spot on. I thought Ronaldo coming on when they're 1-0 up was an even bigger surprise, because if you need a goal, you bring on Ronaldo. If you need to shore things up and protect a lead, you don't bring on Ronaldo, do you?
Yeah, good point. But it's a case of you've got a player, as I just said at the start, Aid. It might be different. Yes, he wants to start, but he wants to play minutes. He wants to be the top scorer this year in the Premier League. He hasn't come to be behind Kane and Lukaku. He's come to be the top of the tree. The king has returned. Ronaldo, he comes back to the Premier League at age 30. What is he, 8? 37? Whatever he is, and he's the Premier League top scorer. He ain't going to score goals if he's sat on the bench.
This is true. And I think the big question, okay, so whether Solskjaer's got it right leaving him out, whether Solskjaer's got it right or wrong bringing him on, they've ended up dropping points. And then as Ronaldo's leaving the pitch, you know, he's muttering away to himself. He's clearly not happy. He's gone straight down the tunnel. He's muttering some words to himself. We're all wondering what he's saying, but he doesn't look happy. And why should he be happy? Because he hasn't started. He hasn't scored. They haven't won. So there's nothing there he should be happy about. But doing it so publicly, in front of 70,000 at Old Trafford, in front of a global TV audience, openly being unhappy about. I personally get it. I don't have a problem with him doing it, but I think some people are looking at that saying, is he really being professional by doing that? Surely by now he should know if he's doing that in front of everybody, reacting in that way, then questions are going to be asked about him and his relationship with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Well, perhaps, Aid, he's come in and he's come into the football club and he's thought, right, I'm going back to Manchester United. They've been persuaded to go back there, whether it be Sir Alex or whether it may be, right? So he's gone in there and perhaps he's seen within the dressing room, because he's been part of some big teams with some big name managers, right? Including Sir Alex as one of them. And he has think, this guy is just not meant to be the manager of this big club, and he's getting some things wrong. Now, what's going to be hard for Solskjaer over the next few games, because they've got the international break now, then they've got some big fixtures coming up, by the way, the next month. Some huge fixtures. He's got Rashford coming back in to the reckoning. He's back training. He's got Sancho, 73 million, not lit the Premier League up yet, not really had an opportunity. Greenwood's looking the part. Is he going to keep him in? Cavani's going to want more gear time. Martial scored at the weekend. He's somehow going to manage them and keep them happy. Because as a big manager of a big club, that's what you've got to control. You don't see many moaning at Pep Guardiola's decisions, do you?
No.
You don't see any, right? They trust his decision. He's a big-name manager, and he manages big players, right? Solskjaer, he's going to have to prove that, and he's got to be quick, because I tell you what, 2 wins in 6 is it now? Not good enough. It's Manchester United, remember?
They're dropping points, and listen, they don't look like title contenders at this time. We don't know what's going to happen between now and the end of the season, and actually until sort of November time last season, Man City didn't look like title contenders either, and they ended up running away with it. So it's not as if they're completely out of the equation, but things aren't going as smoothly. They're very lucky to beat Villarreal in the week, but they got the result, and that's all that matters. Then they drop points in the Premier League again, so the problem hasn't gone away. It's not like that win against Villarreal has kick-started the season. That late winner has meant, oh yeah, here we go, everything's right now. No, clearly things aren't totally right. So I want to know if Solskjaer has got a problem for himself. One, in managing the squad, you're right, and managing some of those egos as well. But is he the right man? When you bring in somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldo's not bigger than Man United, but he is bigger than Solskjaer. Whether people like that or not, he is bigger than Solskjaer. So just signing Cristiano Ronaldo, it can't be a negative because of the goals he gets, right? Can't be a negative because the fans absolutely love it. And I can tell you, from being on a tram last week after that Villarreal game, which was packed with United fans, all singing Ronaldo's name with Ronaldo 7 shirts on their backs, they love the fact they have re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo. So the fans are loving it. Whatever's happening, the fans are loving it. But in terms of winning stuff, Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the right man to manage this club at this time?
Well, first of all, is he resting him for the international break?
Weird, isn't it?
What? So he's fit for his country. I mean, I think that's what makes it stranger. And the problem what Ole's got is because he is managing Manchester United and people are expecting wins. Because Ronaldo comes back to the club, you expect him to win trophies, right? So he's up against it now. But you'd expect to be under pressure as Manchester United. Now, if he's going to leave him out and they're not going to get the result, he's going to have to take the criticism. He has to take it, Aid, because he'll take all the glory if they go on and win and Ronaldo scores 35 goals. You know what I mean? But it's just a strange decision, and we're only talking about it because they didn't get the victory. Yep. It's a victory they should have had, and it's massive news purely because they didn't get the win.
Absolutely right. Gabby Agbonlahore's regularly on Saturday nights on talkSPORT on Your Verdict, taking your calls. He's full of opinions. It's a brilliant listen. And on Saturday evening, he gave his thoughts on United's 1-1 draw with Everton on Saturday, and he wasn't best pleased with Solskjaer.
It was a sackable offence to not start Ronaldo in itself. From Solskjaer, I think you look at Manchester United, you're playing Everton. Everton have been in good form this season. You need your strongest team to go out there and beat Everton. You've got international break now. It's not as if they've got another game Wednesday, Saturday. They've got international break. And Pogba should have started, Ronaldo should have started, Jesse Lingard should have even given a start. Send Ronaldo to Portugal for his international team. Knackered, shattered. That's not your problem. Play your best team. Against teams like Everton, you have to. So I think Ole got it totally wrong.
Gabby Agbonlahore with his views, former England striker, and I make him absolutely spot on. It was a very, very strange one. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer leaving Ronaldo out and then bringing him on when they're 1-0 up. I just thought the whole thing was really odd. That to me, listen, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer may well go on and win everything with United. I personally can't see it. But when I look at decisions like that, you have to question his management of the club. Would a top-level manager have done that? And when I'm talking top-level, you look at those others around him, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp, Thomas Tuchel, who've all won the Champions League. They've all been successful already as managers, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer hasn't, so he's got it all to prove.
That's the difference, though, Ed. What you've just said there, you've mentioned those names. They are big-name managers who manage manage huge players at football clubs. But the reason they can back it up is that they've won the Champions League. They've won their leagues in other countries. The problem what Ole's got, well, he has won a league. I think he won it with Molde, didn't he? Many years ago, he might have done.
Yeah, but come on.
But that's what I'm saying. The difference is these managers make those big decisions because they've got them right in the past. Ole hasn't got that behind him. So everything he does is judged. And if Manchester United, with Pogba on the bench and Ronaldo on the bench, don't get the results, it's huge news. Huge.
Let's mention Everton here. Rob the Toffee says, what about Everton's performance? And they were really good. And probably
but they've been good all season.
They could have won it in the end. Tom Davies probably should have had a shot. Instead, squares it and he's offside. So, Damari Gray has been a steal. Andros Townsend was even cheaper. And now there's talk of both of those, not just Damari Gray, both of them maybe forcing their way into the England squad if they carry on this form. Maybe in next month's for next month's internationals. But Everton are going really well under Rafa. Better than anyone expected, I think.
Well, it's an appointment not many Everton fans wanted. We get the odd one come on, don't we, and praise Rafa. But I tell you what, they've played some good football. They've got a strong squad. Again, you look at their starting 11, 8. Their starting 11 looks as strong as you want on paper. They were excellent. Defensively, superb. Mina and Keane, Digne and Godfrey, I mean, as the full-backs, they were excellent. That midfield, especially now Townsend's come into it. How good has he been, by the way?
Amazing.
You got Decore and Allen, and they've got young players as well, lots of energy, a tactical, aware manager. It's going well for Everton.
And I've got a message for Andros Townsend. Ronaldo should be chasing him for his shirt. After that goal that he scored on Saturday, Ronaldo should be after his shirt. So they shouldn't be sucking up to the opposition like that. I get it, Ronaldo, world superstar, I do get it. But, I think that Everton should value themselves a little bit more than that. Listen, your thoughts on any of that? 08717 22 It's Drive on talkSPORT with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Hundreds of local branches, usually no more than 15 minutes away, leaving more time to enjoy the football.